Here's some very quick tips to help you with blocking some Millia stuff. So the first tip I'm going to give you is literally just FD whenever she's doing stuff with that disc. With disc it's less important, but whenever she doesn't have disc, if you just FD her block strings, so whenever she's doing something like this, FD is very powerful. And the reason it's so good against Millia is because her close slash is 2 hits, you kind of force her to interrupt the first hit with something else, which means she can't unstrike throw as well. I'll go over what I mean right now. So if you just FD this out, she has to run from quite far away to get this close slash, but to get this grab. But the most important thing is that if you FD her out, this now whiffs, even with dash momentum, that will whiff. You have to interrupt the first hit for her to be able to hit people with dash momentum. So it means she has to either interrupt the first hit to do this, or to do this to get the high-low. But if she interrupts the first hit, then she's not able to threaten grab at the same time. So it's really, really, really important that you FD this to make it so she can't threaten the high-low and the grab at the same time, because it makes her pressure off close slash much weaker, and it's why you see a lot of top level Millia just kind of reset to this kind of range that she's at here, instead of going into big special cancels to strike throw. Second thing I'm going to talk about is more of a knowledge check, but it's still important to know. And it's basically, Millia can cross you up and further than you think after she does 2D. So as an example, I'm blocking same side there, and it looks like she's about to land same side, but she actually crosses up when she does this air dash from this far away. Now, the reason this is important to know is that whenever Millia is actually doing her pressure with off 2D disc, she actually wants to delay the air dash as much as possible, because this air dash I just showed you, which is buffered after the disc as soon as possible, is actually reactable to block that if she does the cross up there. Which is why normally whenever Millia does, normally when Millia does disc pressure, she'll do this kind of air dash, which makes it much more ambiguous when she's going to do it, because she can also choose to air dash to the side like that, which makes it much more awkward to block. So basically just be aware she can block you up and further, which ties into the next point, which is more of a subconscious thing. A lot of people, when they get hit by 2D, will block based on where Millia is. So after that, for example, if they get hit by a point blank, they'll just block same side, which is, it's fine to do, it's pretty tricky, but, they just get opened up by people doing their dash over, because they just don't expect the cross up. And the same thing goes for whenever she's hitting from this far away, they always block same side because, well, she's too far away. So just be careful to not let Millia's positioning subconsciously affect your bias for where you're going to block. Next thing that's really important too is whenever Millia grabs you, a lot of people get opened up by things like this, where she just does a disc and does a cross up or whatever. You should not get opened up by this. This is something you can just consistently fuzzy jump. This takes a bit more practice, but if you just block and then jump, you just very safely get out of the pressure, and she doesn't have consistent ways to deal with that, which is why a lot of Millia players will instead opt for a JH. So if you're presenting fuzzy jump and you're enforcing them to do the JH instead of the cross up or anti-low, then what options does Millia actually have? So what she'll mostly do is she'll present either this overhead with an air dash cancel, she'll present this empty low, well, low after the JH, but you know what I mean, or she'll present a delayed low using FD cancel. Now, fortunately for the defender, there's a fuzzy which beats this pretty consistently, where you do the delay jump I mentioned before, then you do low, then high, then low, which will look like this if done correctly. So we saw that the fuzzy worked this time, and I'll do the fuzzy again. Yeah, and you see that would be all the options. So yeah, that fuzzy is really good. Millia has options to beat this, like she can delay the low if she represents the fuzzy. She has other options that she can do off the grab. She can do a delay JD to try and beat the initial fuzzy jump, but for the most part, if you present this fuzzy, you shouldn't get opened up by delay FD low and that kind of thing as much anymore. I also want to mention that doing IBFD, if you can do it, is really, really good. And you see there, it just whiffs completely, which is obviously really good. And the last thing I'm going to say, please, 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 please stop DPing on this stuff. Because not only is it DP safe, but you can see on the right, I still did the inputs to get the overhead. This is DP safe, and you can still, like, she can still do the pressure option. As long as she has the hard beta, it's just DP safe. You can just input the dash macro. And not only is it DP safe, it's also DRC safe. You see I was flashing RC there. The disc hits you before you can actually RC. So if you DP on this, you're just going to eat shit. This is DP here only beats it if Millia either messes up or if she does an instant low. So please stop DPing here and eating your entire life for it. You don't really need to DP here. Just do the fuzzies and take the strike for afterwards and then maybe do some DP stuff. Yeah, that's everything from me. Hope this helped. Thanks. Bye.